Hey, and welcome. If you're watching this video, you've probably been asking yourself, how do I get more people to buy my product? How do I get more people to buy my stuff? This is something that you've been racking your brain about and all that. And so now you've come here to the right place to find out. My name is Lysandra Everett, and I help home business owners and military spouses build a profitable business online. So if you are in one of those categories, I got you. I actually got this question from a fellow military spouse. She has a network marketing business and she's been asking, like, how do I get more people to buy my product? Like, she's really having this problem. Okay, so this is going to be a real talk, unscripted type of response because I really want you to listen to what I have to say. This is not some canned response stuff, all right? So the first thing that you have to realize is that number one, everyone is not in your target market, okay? One of the things that I learned when I started out in network marketing is everybody within 3 feet of you is a potential customer. And I'm here to tell you that is absolutely false, okay? Because depending on the price point of your product, not everybody is going to be in your target market. So you've got to really determine who your product is for and start to target that demographic. Okay. Then the next thing I'll tell you is that it's really got to be somebody that has a problem, has that particular problem that your product solves. Okay. So for instance, if you're selling toothpaste and you've got somebody who's feeling great about their teeth, well, hey, as much as you'd like to try and sell to that person, they just may not be interested. And that's okay. But don't spend time trying to convince people, which I'll get to my next point. Don't spend time trying to convince people that really don't want your product. Now, if you have someone who's been feeling self-conscious about their smile, maybe about the color of their teeth, maybe they're a coffee drinker and your toothpaste helps to brighten their teeth, then that might be a potential customer for you. Okay. So you really got to know who your product is for and the problem that it solves is not just because everybody just wants great dental hygiene. You really have to solve a problem that people are, that are really struggling with. Okay. Then the next thing is about convincing people. You do not spend time convincing people to buy your product. That is the absolute last thing you're going to do. Why? Because the time that you spend trying to convince someone to buy your product, you can be out looking for more prospects that are actually interested in what you have to offer. So it's really like trying to sell meat to a vegetarian. I don't care how much you try to convince them. If they don't eat meat, then they're not going to buy. Right? So this is the same thing with your product. If they're not interested in buying your product, if they don't use your product or whatever, then don't spend your time trying to convince them. Go find more people. Okay. That leads me to the next point, which is to expand your search. Okay. One thing about building a business organically, meaning that if you are doing belly to belly, if you have a network marketing company, the first word of that is network. That means that you have to get to know more people. And, sometimes it can be really intimidating to do this, but if you spend more time just trying to get to know people, instead of trying to get to know more people that you can sell to, then you're going to be a lot better off. Because unfortunately, what happens is that you get so tangled up in trying to sell your product that you just forget to get to know people. If you just constantly build your network with new people, not trying to sell them anything, but just get to know people, then you're going to be a lot better off. Because listen, you cannot build from a place of stress. If all you're trying to do is sell, people are going to know that and they're not going to buy from you. Okay. That if people sense desperation and if they feel like the only reason why you want to get to know them is to sell something, they're not going to have it. I mean, I have that all the time, whether it's on social media or in person. So first thing that people come to me with is, hey, how you doing? Buy my stuff. And I'm sitting here saying, I don't even know you. I'm not buying anything from you, especially on social media. Okay. So you really have to just expand that network and just add 5 new people a day to your network. And especially if we're talking about military spouses, let me tell you something. When you are on a military base, unless you are on one of the larger installations, the military spouse pool is small. All right. There are lots of people, lots of military spouses that have their own products that they're trying to sell. So you've got a lot of people trying to sell stuff to each other and recruit each other. Stop that. Expand your network. Meet other people besides other military spouses. Okay. Get to meet the people that are off post. Okay. Go off post, and then understand that you need to build a brand around you, not your product. Okay. That's the last thing I'll say is that, we lead with, I'm such and such a consultant. I'm a this consultant. I'm a that consultant. Stop all of that. Be you. Okay. Because at the end of the day, if that product goes away or that company goes out of business, then what do you have? Nothing. Okay. So you need to lead with you and brand you, meaning that you're just who you are. You might be a health coach. You might be, I don't know, a dental consultant, whatever. But what you are not is a such and such company consultant, because when and if that company changes, then you got to go and rebrand yourself all over again. You don't want to do that. Okay. So really focus on, being a professional in your industry and not just someone who pushes a product. So I really hope that makes sense to you. But guys, when it comes down to selling your product, you got to know the market. You got to know who that product is intended for. You got to know what problem it solves. And then you got to find the people that have that problem and then just get to know them. Don't push your product on the first go around, because it's not going to end well. Okay. Unless, somebody just happens to get referred to you and says, hey, I heard you had this great product and I'm dying to try it. Do you have it on hand? And then okay, yeah, we ain't going to turn down sales. But by and large, you have to really start building relationships with people. And as military spouses, let me tell you something. We're actually pretty good at this because we have to put that kind of stuff on steroids, right? We moved to a new place. We got kids to register for school. What's the first thing they ask you for? As an emergency contact within 50 miles. And you've been on post for 5 minutes, right? So we have to put that relationship building on steroids, and it does take work to do that. So yeah, don't be afraid to expand your network outside of a military spouse circle, because, that circle is small. Okay. I found my greatest success on the internet and outside of the military spouse community. I don't even live on post. Okay. So I really hope this helps you out with with trying to get more people to buy your product. Just work on building your network and really connecting with people, and the sales will come. Brand you, not your product, and the sales will come. Okay. So if you found this to be valuable to you, I really hope you did. If you like this video, like it. If you want more of it, make sure you subscribe. And listen, if you want to know my #1 recommendation for building a business from the comfort of your home, then click on the link that's in the description, and I will see you on the other side. Have a great day. Bye.